Yeah. Ooh. Let me click on the stream. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see what else I need to do. Let me make sure everything's set up alright. Play some Halo music. Oh, that's not Halo music, damn it! I'm just kidding. And let's get up in here. Oh, I don't have all my other stuff. I forgot I was recording a video, wasn't I? In case anyone tips, there's that. There's the tip notification. Here's the chat for y'all. And oh god, here's a webcam, because, you know, apparently people want to see that. I'm just kidding. Alright, I'm still a little bit sick from, like, last week. Those sinus infections last forever. Let me turn down the music a little bit. It's always loud as fuck. So loud! Alright, anyways, in this stream, I'm just going to continue what I started working on. Recently, I was kind of updating the Cubbies again, just kind of refining them, just so whenever I release this alpha for the first level, or just, you know, basically, I'm basically just going to be releasing the first level, like, yeah, it's an alpha, and meaning, like, some stuff could change, but, like, I mean, these alpha and betas I'm about to release in the next whatever months, they'll be pretty close, probably, I would assume, to what you'll get, and then I'll get feedback and update them, and then kind of try to get, you know, the rest of the mod to reflect that. But there isn't too many things I want to do still on this first level, for Halo 4. Like, I really want to, so, I mean, the Covenant are part of, you know, the levels, so I'm kind of refining them. I want to kind of do an overall on the UI, or not the UI, like, just like the HUD before I, you know, before I release it, just because I feel like that would be a nice and well-needed update, since I haven't really done anything to the HUD in, like, years, and honestly, I didn't really do anything to it. I just removed a bunch of shit and changed some colors and replaced the shield bar, you know, like that's like minimal effort. But it was like the most amount of change for the least amount of work kind of thing at the time. That's what I was doing initially to get, like, the build, like, or, you know, to get, like, the sandbox in the game as far away from Halo 4 like, in the least amount of time, and then I would start working on harder things, like, you know. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I re-downloaded this grunt pack. This is from Examinar, or maybe Palpy, maybe both, I don't know. So I'm basically gonna be editing these materials to, I already got the skin looking 1-to-1 perfect with the new PBR. So in this recent training ground alpha, like, you might have seen the grunts, they look all right, but that's not even PBR, and that was before PBR existed, like, in the game, before we imported it because of all the shaders that he made. Sorry, I just ate a whole bunch of food, so I'm, like, a little bit. But yeah, so, like, I'm gonna be using this again, and I'm just gonna be baking from it. I'm pretty sure that's what I used last time, but again, like, I was a newbie trying to learn shit, so, like I explained sometimes, like, when you do this type of stuff, like, you end up redoing stuff while you're learning. Like, you know, like, I look at other modders and how far they've come, like Rejected Shotgun or Mythic Jacqui, other people that have modded Halo 4, for example, and like, just to see, or even other games, like, to see how, like, you know, a lot of people kind of have newer versions, like, even, like, people like Hyokin, like, you kind of see them improve their quality a lot, you know, and that's kind of what, instead, I never got to the point of releasing anything, because I'm one of those, like, I'm not going to put something out there until it's, like, you know, and if it's an alpha, that's different, if it's just for testing, but if I'm gonna, like, say this is the final version, I'm gonna just, you know, that's it, and I want to make it right, you know, besides maybe some fixes and shit. Wow, is that still downloading? Let me see. Uh-oh. Can't download, network issue. Jeez, let me keep trying. Luckily, it's almost done. Yeah, there it goes. All right, cool. I was like, hopefully, it doesn't screw the stream. If anything, though, I already had this grunt pack here on my other hard drive, but yeah, no need to do all of that. I'll just download it again and delete it. It's easier. I have my backup hard drive. I'm like paranoid of my backup hard drives tend to fail. Like if they're external and they're not like super high quality, they're like not like, like I got like a 14 terabyte external and it was like $200. You know what I mean? Like that shit ain't gonna last long. It ain't gonna. It even makes the weirdest noises. So like it's really fast though, surprisingly. But what I do is I only turn it on when I use it to transfer for backup. Because I was like, dude, it's just gonna fucking die if I leave it on. Like I could tell that thing was like vibrating my desk just so it could spin or whatever. Shit was wild. So yeah, all right, we got this grunt pack, and I'm just talking again just because. Well, people come and watch these streams, and thank God I'm not muted. That would have been terrible. So yeah, I think there might be like one person lurking or chilling. So, there's three now. Now there's four. Cool. So yeah, but yeah, so that's kind of like why I talk and I kind of treat it like I'm doing a video. This is basically what I do when I make videos. I just start explaining shit. But of course, when I make a video, I can re-record it. So I end up trying to do like a long form without a script video, and then I end up saying the dumbest shit, and then I restart it from the very beginning, and then I do it like 20 times. That's what happens when I make videos. It's fucking stupid. I should just like own up my mistake and just keep going, to be honest, because the amount of time I waste doing that shit, and honestly, like. I'm not even sure that the later versions are better because by like the 20th time I'm just like but so let's see what we got here. I want to let's load into what we got. Let's load into the Halo 4 Sapien. I want to look at my coveys, how they look currently, and then I want to kind of what I want to do is match the coveys. I want the armor to kind of have the same like metallic shine. I kind of balanced out the elites. The lighting on the first level is not because of me, but just like how they set up the lighting on the first level. Like I made it better, but at least in my opinion. But at the same time, like I can't stand how the first level's lit, and like it's so hard to make it look like the shadows look good because it just almost looks like it's default lighting. And I changed a lot of that to look better. And it doesn't look like that everywhere. It's just some areas. Still kind of looks like that. But I want to do like, I'm going to try training grounds. Maybe. I haven't looked at. I updated my elites very recently. So I wanted to see how they looked on here anyways. Hopefully they don't look too dark. Which they probably will because of how bright it is. Okay, well, you know how metal gets like. It like gets shiny, but it kind of like gets a little darker with the light in a weird way. I don't know how that might sound backwards, because typically it is, but that's what I'm. But basically, like if it's like too metallic, then like it goes from like a shine to like this weird like shade, like a dark tone. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I want to make sure that's not happening too much. And again, because I recently balanced my elites, and what I'll be doing now is updating this to kind of be the same color tone. Now, there isn't an orange elite, which... I mean, like, why is there orange grunts, but not an orange minor elite, I mean, I guess, grunts are a lot more, like, basically minors already as they are, but maybe that's why the rankings are set up that way. But I want to at least get this blue to match up, and then I want the red to match up. Assault red, that blue. What's the other color? Oh, we already got the space. I don't know if I'll do the space. Maybe, because the space is a little bit different. Maybe I can. I think I might be able to anyways with this assault purple. I'll turn that into it maybe. But yeah. Oops, what did I just click on? Yeah, I could like turn this assault purple into the space. All right, I kind of like my space, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I could update that too. Try to match the space for the elite maybe. What other color was there? I guess a white. We got the white one. Oh yeah, I'll match up the white with the elite. And then I guess gold. I could make a gold version. That'd be kind of neat. What if the orange was just gold? Nah, I'm just kidding. That orange is too iconic. You know what I mean? What's up, Patchwork? God, dude, I'm so congested. And sorry if I'm sound nasally and nasty today, dude. Like, ugh. I like the past week I've been like blowing my face out like my nose, you know. Hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. Appreciate it. Hope you did too. Yeah, I had a good New Year I had a good Christmas and dressed up as the Grinch. I did that in a stream, but I also did it for Christmas. And then New Year's, honestly, I just hung out. What did I do? I watched Stranger Danger, or Stranger Things, or whatever, and then played some games. I don't know. I didn't really. I sound like a sleut. I am a sleut. Big chillin', hell yeah. You're a good man. The flu and allergies have been awful for everyone this past couple. Yeah, that's what I love the whole get together, but man, it sure sucks how I only get sick like after I go and do all this stuff that I'm like, everyone's doing it. So it's like everyone gets together and we all get sick. Shows how smart we are. I'm just kidding. I mean, it's worth it. Like, it would kind of suck to never even see anyone. Especially fam and friends. Alright, man, god damn. I have not been on this level in a long time. Let's go inside first. Alright, I'm just gonna place a couple of these things down. Spec Ops? No, that's space. Major? Hold on, what are the fucking variant names? I like forget what they call them in this game every time. And I think it's Enforcer. Is that what they call it in here? Alright, what am I doing? Objects, characters, Storm Elite, AI. Alright, model. Alright, so, I'm just gonna get these names. That way I don't sit here and type like 9 different things until I'm like, oh yeah! But I think it's Enforcer. And then I know that's like Spec Ops is the space one, minor, general officer, ranger. Wow, so it shows how much I remember this shit. like why'd they call it random stuff like that? Ridiculous. Alright. I wish I could arrange these windows a little bit better. So we need to get the general, the officer, the ranger, and the zealot. General. All right, now I want to bring in a grunt. All right, hell yeah. Why are those notifications still on? I like connected my phone to the PC and I swear I shouldn't have ever done that. I get so much like notifications like, oh, someone I know made a post on a random app I never used in 1 year. It's like, fuck, why do I still get that notification? Alright, I'm just lazy, you know, disable shit. So what are the grunts again? So we got... 1 second, guys. I haven't read the chat in a second, so let me just get all these in here. Alright, so we got miner. Wait, that's not the right grunt. Whoops. That was like my tutorial grunt, I think. Alright, so... Wait. We got miner Imperial. That's what I always forget. Imperial, Ultra, and Space. Ultra. Actually... Damn, you know, I never did my frickin' White Elite. That's supposed to be like the, what is it? You know, the big, you know, I still need to do that one. What the fuck? Why didn't I do that? I was like, it's not really a class, but I was gonna merge it with the generals, just so, like, you wouldn't see so many of them, you know, but it would be more of, like, a rare occurrence, and it would be, like, more, you know, meaningful, I guess, if I just, like, wanted the generals and the ultras were like the same kind of thing, is what I'm trying to say. And I could separate those classes eventually, but, you know, it's kind of like, right now I'm kind of just doing the most for the least. Imperial, Ultra, and then Space. So Space can go back there with that Spec Ops. Oh, and then what's the blue one called again? Major? No, what the fuck is it called? I fucking forget everything, dude. Is it just another miner, I think, right? Oh yeah, miner 2. I'm like, how did I set this up? It was so long ago. What? Is it not? Oh wait. Hold on. God damn it. What did I... it's not O2, it's just 2, that's fine. Okay, cool. Let me just save this as biped test. Okay. Anyways, so... Why are you the full screen? Alright, so... what I want to do is take these grunts and make them PBR. The arms and legs and head are actually already PBR, but the body's armor, all the armor is not. And I'm basically going to rebake into PBR, and instead, like, it doesn't look bad at all by any means, you know? But at the same time, I want to see how I can get it to look if I were to match it up, basically, with how I set up the elites. And that's basically it. I'm basically just going to match up the metallic. That's almost all I need to do with these. I'm just going to make them all a lot more metallic. Before, I made it so it looked like paint and there was like this under, like, shiny metal, but let's see if this looks better. At least it'll kind of all blend in better, and then maybe eventually I'll put that white Ultra Elite over here. And even this guy, he looks like so bright when he hits the sun, but I don't think it's really how it's supposed to be honest. Like, it's like, it doesn't look bad, but, you know, the scratches, it's just not really set up properly. Or if maybe it's just like, the old PBR just looks kind of, I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, let's go in here and try that out. I'm going to start out not with the orange grit.
Hey, my name's Chap Chap Yap Yap.
Alright. So I have that one. No. There we go. I got the big ass backpack. I gotta make sure I click the right ones. Oh, he has like. Weird. That's what's upper arm. Load. It takes a while. Okay, I think that's right. Yeah. Bam. Bam. Got that mask. What canister cover? So I chose this black with a little. Okay. Oh wait. What are you doing over here? Okay, so I chose that one. Alright. Is that it? Yeah. I think that's it. Alright, so let's see if I could like open the Elite. See, I don't remember if I have the file still that had the right color and the settings that I used. But if anything, if I could just make it more how I did, if anything. Oh wait. Elite. New. That's crazy. How many? Third version of the Elite. Isn't that crazy? That's just. I promise. Third is always the final. After I'm not doing a fourth version of anything. I mean, I'll improve the third version. All right. Date modified. Actually, because the oldest one would be the better one. Back blend. 10, 11, 25, 10, 30. That's only because this became like the one I use as a rig and not one I make textures off of ultimately in the end. So we'll see how that goes. Well, let's bring this. Why are we doing? Why are we in this? I think I need to reinstall in my tools. Easier to change stuff. Uh-oh. It looks like there's nothing for the suit. It's not good. I'm assuming his body won't either. Well, you know, that's fine. I kind of remember what I did. I don't know why this has no information for the textures, though. Why is it white? Ugh. Alright, well, we're just gonna ignore this. Pretend... I don't know why the fuck. I thought I still had, like... Huh. Let me try it. Maybe that was my old... I don't know. Let me check this one. Just to make sure. Because it would be useful to have that, you know, the Elite reference. I don't know why. Whenever I bake shit, I just delete it, you know? Even if I, like, just spend hours editing the textures and making it look a specific way. It looks like this is the same fucking file. God damn it. Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. So, I don't really need those. So, but what I'm going to do is go into shading and, you know, get it going in there. All right, cool. So it's crazy how like this is like how many? 1, 2, 3. Actually, yeah, like 3. At least 3. There might be more there. 4. Like 5. Like there's so many textures just for like the littlest things in Halo Infinite. I just love it. All right, so is this the fucking? This is the light, isn't it? Where am I? Okay, these are close enough. What did I do? The metallic zones, scratch metallic. What did I change it to? Like a 5 or some shit before? Let's just see how that looks. Scratch metallic should be even more metallic. 7, 5. And then I'm just kind of messing around at the moment just because I fucking don't have my reference. So hopefully it looks close enough. Oh, this is for the canister. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay, so I want to change these blue parts to higher up. Okay, so 5, 10. Might be fine. You see that, like, reflective, like, you know, like, that's what I'm going for with this. That is, like, also kind of like what we get when we look at, you know, the Elite here. It's like, you know, that's like kind of what I just like when they're reflective and shit for the cubbies at least. Actually, you know what? I like when all the armor in Halo is kind of reflective, a little bit more, like kind of more like a future metal looking, like where it doesn't look like they like got some, you know, metal and just dunked it in paint. It just kind of looks cheaper, like I don't know, maybe would do something like that to like a you know warehouse you know robot or something nowadays because it's like whatever. But like I don't know, I just like to think in the future they have like some really cool looking shit, or advanced or something. I don't know, especially in an alien race. But I just like that shiny shit more than like how it used to look, where it's like it had a little bit of that shine, but not nearly as much. Like I like how like it's like whoa. I don't want those scratches to. I wonder if I could make them look different. it doesn't really make a difference past. I don't know. Other ways it'll be fine. As long as that main metal's like that. Building up a big grunty thirst. Ooh, yeah. I sure am. Big and extra grunty. Just the way I like it. So we'll do 10, 5, oh, no. 10, 5, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5. Come on. I like it like that, like that. I like it like that, like that. Okay, so 5, 10. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, cool. Why is this armature in the way? Now, unveiling ultimate thirst trap grunt. Today, Yap Yap's gonna destroy that ass. I need that food nipple animated. Hell yeah. I don't know why they don't do that in the game more. They should be sucking on some nips. Real shit, that metal looks nice. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. By the way, how you doing? But yeah, I'm just trying to make. I just love when the coveys look more more shiny and metallic. Like it just has that like whoa, like like I just like that. Right now, it's if we look at my current grunt, it's using old, not even PBR, and like it don't look terrible, but like it's gonna look good after this. All right, let's see if we can bake this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mini, mini, mini man. He's a mini, winny, penny pan. His name is How Not to Unalive Yourself. But he is a mini, winny, mini ham. Alright. Where do we go? Here we are. Cycles, easy bake. Oh, there's a new version. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. I hate when everything is named random shit. I gotta open all this up and so hard. Oh my god. Why did they name it that? Just name it something normal. Okay, like I hate when they don't have names on these. They never do. It's like
Mesh 43, number 567.
it's like okay, that's probably like what some sort of rip number or something. I don't know. Maybe in the game. Maybe that's for the game. All right, blue mask. No, a face mask. And then what is this grunt called again? CB. Blue. Wait, yeah. Blue face mask. Tie. Chest. Blue torso. I don't know. It just needs to be something I can like recognize so I can like find it. Blue. That. And then upper arm. Blue. Arm. Alright. Canister. Blue canister. Blue canister. Blue cover. Blue. What is this? A head? Okay, that's anatomy. Alright. Cool. Okay. Where am I? Let's bring this in.
Add. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Ooh.
PBR bakes, diffuse, metal, roughness, normal. And we will get the ambient occlusion. Texture settings. That's good. 1024. Export bakes, simple bakey wakes, but we're gonna bring it to the desktop. where's my bakes? Oh, all right, and then save it. Hope to God that this shit don't fucking collapse every second, because it might. I think it's going. Oh, thank fucking God, dude. You know, 90% of the time, no matter what baking, tool I use, it just crashes Blender or some other shit. And it's kind of nice to see it go this far without crashing, which is weird because every time stuff like breaks in apps like this, it's like not really broken. It just like crashes, and then you just gotta like restart it and keep doing it over and over until it's done. Like, funny enough. But luckily here, it might be a lot faster, and we already got everything imported. We don't have to like do everything. So all we gotta do is rebuild our. Honestly, dude, we only need to do our arms and like. I might not even really need to replace the diffuses. Like, they are essentially the same diffuse, but I don't know if the if changing the metallic will actually affect the diffuse color. But we'll find out this time in How to Mod Halo 4. I'm just kidding. Oh man, what a goofy mood today. But yeah, if you're ever wondering where the scrum pack I found is, it's right here. And I would just use like Ecker, to import stuff and bake off that, but because I was like built-in baking tool, but it's like, dude, like nothing ever imports right on Ecker still. I think our Sorage is around again finally. I've been seeing him around. I wonder if he's working on stuff or if he's just hanging. Either ways, like, it's cool, And I can never take like the work people are doing in the community for granted, if that makes sense. Free labor is free labor, otherwise it's slavery. I'm just kidding. Your notice be lagging? Let me see. I don't know if I could fix that or not. Let me see if I can do a couple things.
Doggy!
Here's my phone. I'm going to disconnect my phone and some other stuff from the Wi-Fi. I might not be able to do much about that unless I like restart the stream, which at this point I'll probably just not stream anymore. Because like I'm just, I don't know if it'll be worth the trouble. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let me check on here. I don't see any lag on my end though. I wish I could tell easier. Ugh. Boop, 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 boop. Lag, lag, laggy, lag, laggy, lag, lag. Huh. I haven't noticed any lag spikes, and usually I see them on my end because I'm, if I'm like watching my own thing live, kind of thing. So like, and I watched on my phone. I don't know. Let me know if it's really bad, because like, I disconnected my Wi-Fi and a couple things, so maybe that'll help. But sometimes like, I know like someone's probably downloading or using something right now, or streaming something, so that's probably why. When you were on Blender, it was lagging. Huh. It might have just been like a quick moment of someone downloading something. Hopefully, because my internet sucks right now, to be honest. Usually, If I restart it, I don't really have any lag or anything though. What I usually do is like to prevent that is I like to refresh everything on my router and my like signal from my computer, because what it seems like happens at my house is like like there's all these devices connected and they all fight for like prioritization, and then it seems like after a point like my computer just gets the shit end of the stick, you know what I mean? And then it's just like really laggy, and then it'll fix it when I reconnect. But obviously, if I do that while I'm streaming, it'll like, I'm pretty sure it might be able to reconnect it, actually, but it might also end it. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like worried. If it gets really, really, really bad where it's like unwatchable, I'll try to reconnect it, and then if that doesn't work, so yeah, just let me know if it gets like really, really bad, or if it keeps happening over and over or something like that. Because, yeah, if it's just a momentarily thing, then that'll be good. Alright, okay, so those are baked. Now, let's go to the oven. We gotta go to the Easy Bake Oven. Easy Bake, Easy Bake. Dude, why don't they call oh my god, I wanna like, okay, I wanna take Simple Bake and make Easy Bake, and then call what you bake to the oven, so I can be an Easy Bake Oven baker, and I could bake a cake. All right, you know what I mean? You ever just want an Easy Bake Oven when you were a kid? You ever have like a sister and you were jealous she got all the cool shit? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I used to legit wish I had that shit. I was like, damn, dude, you just made some cookies in that? I just got this toy. Like I got like a ball. I'm just kidding. Alright, let's see. We got everything. Everything looks fabulous. Look at that. Would you look at that? So we already got source bitmaps. Let me see if I could just like override everything there, and that might be easier. Bitmaps, not source bitmaps, but we already have like use bitmaps, and I can just take it in like that. You know what I mean? Oh, these are the elites. What am I doing in the elite folder? Come on. Alright, here we are. Master Chief, where's the grunts? Oh, there we are. These aren't the new grunts, I guess. I think I only did 2 grunts then. Holy grunt bitmaps. Yeah, that's nothing. Those are just the elite ones, actually. But surprisingly, I'm not even done with the elites. I still have to do what are they called? I have to do the white one, the ultra. I don't know. I'm like, it's like I know what I'm talking about, but labels do not stay in my brain for some reason. All right, show. We're gonna do which one first? Oh, and these ones are Master Chief bitmaps. That was that Halo Campaign Evolved Master Chief setup. Okay, let's just go in order. I feel like it should go in order. So, bottom top. All right, so backpack. Let's bring it in. By the way, this render was also set up by Palpy or Examinar. I said that in the beginning of the stream where I got all this from. To anyone just tuning in, it's what I use to set up the grunts here. Now I need to open my bake. Nope. Yeah, it looks like we got pretty significant change in color. Wow. That is quite different. Wait. Yeah, this is the same. I'm like, is this the one that's on? Okay, well, I guess that works. Oh, wait, fuck. What is it doing? And when does it automatically snap to the edges? Like, come on. Snap to the edge, please. Alright, so save. And then we need the So what I'm doing on my side window here is I'm bringing... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm bringing these in. Just so I can, like... So this is what like I was saying before, I didn't use... These are not PBR. Originally, this was, like, the fake PBR. So I just whipped them up, you know, by myself. Now, fortunately, I could just basically go in here and bring in all the roughness, metallic, and AO, and we'll get some real PBR going, you know, like that. Oh wow, why did it go over there? That was weird. All right, now I could also just use the AO that's in their default ASG map, which honestly is better than the one it bakes. That one I will actually use for that reason. Luckily it's already there, so I don't have to go find it, and that's why I'm using these control ones. Alright, and then, so we got what was that? What did I grab in there a second ago? We got metal. This is the AO I just baked, but again, that doesn't look bad, actually, but, I'm still going to use the other one. Because it hits, like, other areas, I noticed. Alright, so we got metal. There it is. Roughness. Damn it. Roughness. Alright, cool. Rough. Metallic. Oh, shit. Alright, AO. Yeah. Roughness. Metallic. Now, the metallic's a little bit blown out, but you know what? That's kind of like what I've been doing with this anyway, so. We don't need an alpha. Alright, let's see how this looks. And I'm gonna save this as a blend instead. Actually, you know what? I might just override it. Is it already imported properly? Let me see. What is it? Minor Imperial. Minor. Is this the right minor? Nope. That's the orange one. There's like two minors. There we go. It's the second minor. So, all right. Oh my god, why did it just disappear? Okay, there it goes. Alright, so this is diffuse. Let's re-import that. It's going to be a different color. Okay. So that's normal. And then we're going to do this blend map. Oh wait, I never saved over, did I? You know what? Okay, it's already set up to import with a blend, or as a blend, which is fine. As an import setting. So I'm just gonna basically re-import everything. Oh god, it's so fucking sexy, huh? Alright, sorry, but I don't know why I just did that. Dude, look at that though. God, I love the reflectivity. Bro, I could see the friggin' fucking so reflective. It might be too reflective. Not gonna lie. Alright, let me change. Oh, I know why. It's because it's not even PBR. You see this? It's fucking, it's the old PBR. That's the one that came like in the game already. I'm gonna put the other one on real quick. But I need to copy this actually. Copy that. Damn it. This is the new one. Here we go. Alright, so we got an O-arm. Alright, we got the Ormond's Place. Now, I'm going to probably have to do a little fine-tuning. Dude, that other one looked weird, and this one looks even weirder. Like, maybe not. I don't know. It looks better before, so this isn't good. What are we doing here? Normal. I kind of liked how that weird, like, how reflective that shit was. Like, it definitely looked funny. But it kind of looked cool. Holy Grunt. I already seen that one. Alright, Alright, let's see what we got going on here. We got our normal maps fine, or looks fine. Our albedo, I mean, there's not much that could be wrong there. Diffuse is in right. We got... Is that normal setup right? Yeah. And then our ORM. Is this not set up well or what? Because there's no reflectivity at all. Like, not like the Elite. You know what I mean? There's something very wrong. Very wrong. AO. Roughness. I think metal should be like that. Okay. The roughness was just fucking janked up. Damn. That's kind of the tone I'm wanting. It's matching. You know what I mean? See how it's kind of like matching with this reflectivity here? So that's kind of what I'm going for, if you know what I mean. And, you know, I don't mind the way it used to look. It's just I'm just trying to be consistent, I guess, a little bit with some of this shit. And then I'll probably do the same thing to the jackals also, because I haven't really set those up properly either. I don't know. Damn, my throat. I don't know why I had to adjust the settings so much, though, to get this result. It should just be like that already, which is kind of annoying. It's like what it seems like. It's like this roughness setting is way too high, ironically, right? Oh well, I'll just keep doing that, and then it'll result in this sexy looking grunt. What? Whoa! Whoa! Look at that. It's because he's using that old material that's super reflective. You know what? Like, in a weird way, it's like, I know that ain't right, because, you know, that's why you really can't put Q maps to be that reflective, because it's like, well, that's not in here. You know, and, it, you know, you only have one Q map per BSP allowed, which is insane. It should be per, what are they called? Like, clusters? You know, you could section BSPs off into, like, areas, like zones essentially, but zones are also kind of like set up for BSPs, so you can put your you know, the zones are more for like weapons and objects within a BSP or area, but you can set up like, I think, clusters or whatever, I forgot what the word is, and that allows you to organize your sound in like one room, and then you could like if you want like windy outside, and then you go into a building that's part of the same BSP, then it's like more quiet, you know, and then you can put like rain in an area, and like, you know, section things off properly in one single BSP. But yeah, like, I wish you could do that with cube maps. It doesn't make sense why cube maps would need that. Damn, bro, I need to fix these grunts up more. Ugh, look at that. That looks terrible. But you gotta give it to me. I made these a year ago. Not bad for me a year ago. A year ago, I was like, I mean, I know I'm doing things right because, like, when I look at my shit I did a year ago, and I'm like, if you look at something you did a year ago and you weren't already amazing at it, then and you don't feel like you're like it's like bad or old and like deprecated, like type of just shit, basically compared to what you do now, like then you're not doing it right. You know what I mean? Unless you're just already like the best almost at what you can do, like it feels good to see growth is what I'm trying to say. So let's keep moving on. Let's go to the next one. Sorry. It's so nasty in my throat. I get so overwhelmed by like all the windows. There's so many windows, man. There's so many windows, man. They're like everywhere, dude. They're like watching us, man. Alright, so we got this and our control map. No, God, stop opening when I click you. Alright, so these will be used for that little, canister thing. Alright, that's good enough. Save. Canister. Roughness. Let me see something, dude. Let me just see something. Oh, that's a lot of good detail. I might do the normals too. I might try the normals to see if they look better than the default normals, because these normals that I bake in PBR, they actually build in detail like scratches, which is really cool. And they kind of merge like they have the existing default normals when they bake off that, so I'm assuming they are able to only improve them, unless it's just completely making them from scratch, which I don't know. That could be bad. I'm just gonna continue to use the AO that came with it, because honestly, like I just noticed one day, the reason why is because, like, I noticed one day when I was using, like, the baked AOs, like, sometimes it won't bake, like, every area right, and I'll have, like, black spots, or, like, sometimes if, like, I have to basically, like, lift the armor off the body and other parts so that, like, there's, like, it'll like, be black if it's being covered by something else or something, I noticed. I don't know. There's probably a way to avoid that. I'm probably just being a dumbass, but, I'd rather not have that happen. Whether I be dumbass or not. I'm just kidding. I thought that was the metal. Here's the metal. AO rough metal. Actually, I just save it. Save. Save. Now we just need to go over to the where am I? Okay. Foundation. Canister. This should be the second one. Yep. Indubitably, we have the second one right here. Oh wait, before I forget, I need to change this over. So copy, and change from this PBR to the real PBR. The one that was made by the one and only Oli. Oli. Sorry if I'm weird. It's the only way I stay sane when I'm not talking to anyone but myself. I'm just kidding. Alright. Save. Re-import. Re-import. Oh, that's what. Oh, I already forgot. I gotta bring this all the way to 0.5, which is insane, to be honest. That still made it look not really right. Hold on. Why does that blue look so different on this one? Why does this look so weird? What is going on? What is this? It looks like pretty fine. Roughness. I don't know why that looks so fucking weird. Oh. It's because I did this? No. Okay. I was like, why would that change it? Okay. Huh, interesting. Those normals look a little fucked up too. It looks cartoony and shit. What the fuck is going on? What is this? Let me go in Blender. Okay, what does this look like here? You know, it kind of does look a little bit different. Not like the way it does in here, though. It looks really weird in the game. It looks like a damn cartoon right now. Let's revert the albedo and see what that looks like. She looks strange. Very, very strange. I don't like that one bit. Ah! This has to be the normal. Maybe? Maybe not. There we go. I like when it's really slow. I can get really close. Dude, why does it look like that? Why is everything like outlined and shit? I think that's just like the fucking... Is it illuminated right now? Like the whole thing or something? Or am I tripping? Okay. Yeah. I don't like that at all. I don't know why everything has an outline. It's like it just baked that way or what? Why did it do that? I don't get it. It doesn't look like that in here. Like, this backpack part looks fine, so that's what I'm, like, confused about. Like, the backpack, not the canister, but the first one looks exactly how I would kind of picture it. You know, in game. I'm just gonna come back to that, I guess, because... Might even just change it to another one and just rebake. I'll probably just do that, because... That ain't right. Oh, wait, not the cover. That's a weird one. I don't like that anyways. It's like so... I don't like when the emissives are like the whole thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna come back later and like replace that shit. Because like that does not look right. Whatever. I'll come back to that. I love how nice and shiny they all look now. Looks really looking forward to this mod. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to get... You see how this backpack looks? And compared to the Elite, for example? That is what I'm going for. Now, this canister on here, it looks like a cartoon, so I'm just going to pretend that doesn't exist. And I'm actually going to replace it. I'm not a fan of when Halo uses like a solid emissive color, like a constant color, and uses it as an emissive, because like sometimes it does look bad, you know, like it could just be like an underlit, you know, like semi-transparent object, you know, panel or whatever. But the thing is, a lot of times they look super cheap, you know, even these lights in general. I kind of want to add like some sort of like, you know, effects so they don't look 100% flat, because it just really takes away from like the detail, in my opinion. But either ways, I need to fix whatever that is. We're gonna go to the next part, whatever's next on this list. Well, not this list, but in the... I'm just going up, I guess. Alright, so we got canisters, the backpack. Oh. See? Oh, wait, look, I even tried the other one before. What the fuck? Huh, why did I choose that one, I wonder? Shit was so long ago, I didn't remember like why I did some of the things I did. I mean, it actually looks fine though. I think at this point I was like importing like multiple of them, and I was like, wait, I'm just gonna choose one for each one. Like, it's crazy, have like so many variants. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have a ton of variants, but that requires a ton of work to even get into all show properly, and then not really work. It would more so just be the fact that it would take like so much more space up, and I would probably run out of room and have to delete other shit. So more of like that, actually. Alright, so I need the control for the... not the head. Chest plate. Chest plate control. I don't know why it's black, but here we go. Oh, okay, it was just an illusion. Alright, so this new one we just baked over here in this is what I call the Easy Bake Oven. It's a folder with all my baking, all my cakes. And then we're gonna go grab the torso that I just baked. Wow, it's small. Yeah, how big was that? Hold on. How big is this? Shit. Yeah, when I was initially doing mods, I was making everything like high quality, and like not high quality, but like unnecessarily high quality. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of like, well, there's no need for all that. Just for the chest plate, you know, because if I made everything that high quality, the mod wouldn't work. You know what I mean? So, we got to kind of balance everything in a way. And so, in this case, I could just go bam, save, and this one, how big is this? Mid-size. Yeah, it's fine. You know, your controls don't need to be as big as your albedo and diffuse, but you know, it's alright if they are. I think that detail does show just as much, especially like the specular and the metals. All right, so here's. I'm gonna use the old AO, so never mind. And here's a roughness and the metal. Oh fuck, those are the wrong one. Let me bring the right one. That one is right, and that one is right. Gotta be careful which ones I bring in. Sometimes I won't even notice, and then I'll be like, why does it look so weird? Alright, we got the AO. All right. Save. Now we gotta go into the good old app. All right, let me open up the backpack. I mean the chest plate. All right, combo map, copy. So I'm bringing this back to the new materials we have. So instead of using the default, we're using this one, which it doesn't need to be grime. I've been choosing grime, so if I want to add a grime map, I'll be able to do it. I don't think it takes away from anything if you don't use one. Like, I don't know, it could be normal. And okay, so we can now swap these in. Re-import. Re-import. All right. Now save, and roughness for some reason is twice as high as it needs to be. All right. It looks like oh, okay. I didn't save the diffuse, it looks like. Save. Yep, there we go. There we are. They look like brothers. I'm just kidding. They look like they're matching now, though. That's kind of what I wanted to do today. If you're wondering why why bother, like they're close enough, and I'm bringing these in. That's why I put the elites down. I'm assuming that's how the grunt will kind of look too. He's not supposed to be shiny, but now that I'm re-importing they do share a few of the bitmaps, it looks like, so that's why you'll see that. But it kind of looks cool in a way, but yeah, I'm not keeping it like that. It's gonna look how this looks, but obviously orange. I need to fix their eyes still. Yeah, they're still fucked up. I always forget about stuff like that. I need to write that down, to be honest. It's not hard to fix, though. At least you understand Halo 4 has its limits. Halo 3 rat is superior to any other animal that was shown up in Halo. Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm just a yellow grunt conscript, more like gold grunt conscript. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, honestly, I kind of dig it. No, I'm just kidding. It'll look differently. I haven't set it up yet. But like, yeah, I wonder how it's gonna look. It's probably gonna end up looking more like that. But we'll see. This kind of reminds me of like the honeycomb elite. um, what is that honeycomb cereal called? Is honeycombs? He could be the mascot, though. That's what I was gonna say. All right, let's get the arms. Or wait, what's next on this? Helmet. Okay, we'll get the helmet next. How big is that helmet? Jesus. Okay, I thought it was even bigger. It doesn't need to be that big, but what like honestly, the textile density is probably like different, if that makes sense. Like, meaning like what I'm trying to say is like a chest plate. The chest plate has a lot more surface to cover than a face mask. So honestly, I could probably make this like 512, but I'm just gonna keep it for that as now, and then if I need to minimize, I'll be able to minimize focus more on smaller objects with less surface area that I can kind of break into half. So like the chest plate would be good as a 1024, by 1024, and later on, if I optimize more, I could kind of break stuff like this down, like smaller, like the shoulder pieces, to like 512 by 512. 512 by 512 though is like my minimum for quality though. Luckily though, I mean almost all Halos had that size. So besides new ones, besides like Halo Infinite, probably. Actually, they had their source bitmaps weren't even that. There actually were like that, but it's I guess because it's like procedurally generated and stuff, it made them look way better in game. Where the fuck? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong folder for that. There we are. Here it is. Tool save. Done. Here's the control. Damn it. There is a metal and a... Where's that roughness at? Oh. Roughness. Alright. Grab that AO. 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 Alright. Roughness. Metallica. Non de canasnie. Metallica. Alright. Let's save that actually. Save. Just trying to do this the easiest way. I've already set it up in a kind of shitty way, but so minor helmet. Helmet 4. And then copy my combo. I'm changing the shader to the new one, which you can't really see entirely, but that's fine. You've already seen it on screen. You know how that goes. So this is about to look like the rest now. If we copy the ORM in, and then we got this. Yeah. These are the same settings. And again, if I ever add some grime to it, which would be kind of cool if I have a desert map, I can put some dirt grime or some sand on him. And if I ever make a snow map, I could just sub in some snow, detail, kind of for that map at least, and then just delete it for later, or just have like a variant that has that, you know, or just like a version of it, you know, stuff like that. I'm just kidding. All right, so save and let me re-import this normal map. I think that looks better, maybe, hopefully. I might have to fix these normals. Back then, I didn't know what normals were. I was just like, bump maps. But I believe... Let me try this. Okay, I think that helped. I hope that like my normals are set up right. I wish someone with a better eye just was able to say, dude, they're fucked up. Because they were fucked up, I think, unless I flipped all these before. This shit looks a little fucky right here, but I think it's just a model. I wonder if I did something to them before. Maybe I already flipped the green channels. What I could do is try out the normals I just baked before I go on to the next one. And then if they are, or I'll do this shoulder still, but you see how that light reflects against it so much better now, though? That's good. But, you know, I might try these normals that I just baked and just to see, like, if they look better. Because it's hard to tell if these look fine. I could pull them in Photoshop and stare at them long enough and compare them to a OpenGL fucking DirectX chart or whatever, but whatever, I'll focus on that later. All right, now we got oh wait, no, I just need to get the... Wait, did I just... Oh, wrong one. I need to pull this one so I can just override it. I do like this blue, but okay, so you know the difference between the blues in Halo 1 and 2, how it goes, and it's kind of like the same difference between the blues from like kind of like how like Halo 1 had these like really vibrant blue and red and stuff and shiny metal, and then Halo 2, like if you look at the Hunter blue, you know, like it goes to this like almost kind of like how it is with these, where it's like with this one I'm about to replace, where it's like, you know, that like kind of softer, cool blue, which I do like, by the way. But I decided to just go for a kind of more of a shiny, like classic Halo color tone, and just from Halo 1 kind of style colors. I don't know, I kind of just started getting nostalgic for those colors again. That's sad, right? Maybe Campaign Evolved did that to me. But yeah. Now I'm going back to these fucking default looking kind of color tones, which is fine. It's fine. So save. And then get the control map. So we got roughness, metal. Well, what the fuck? You know what? Actually, that's fine. Oh, I wasn't highlighting the whole thing. No. Roughness. Like, you know what? This ASG map actually has AO in the proper spot anyways. shoulder. Upper arm 3 should be the right one. Nope, that's not the right one, actually. And upper arm 2. Alright. Alright, okay. Re-import. Re-import. And last but not least, new material. Hell yeah. Oh wait, and then let me look at my normal map and re-import that too, because genuinely wondering what looked better. I think that looks better. Or wait, maybe it's not. Maybe it's the fucking opposite. I can't tell right now. I'm like, my brain's just like, it's been too long since I've looked at this. So the darkness is... Okay, so that looks like it's... That looks right, kind of. Even though it's ZBrush. Is that fucking backwards? I must have flipped the channels already in these if it's not this way. Because now I just set it... Now I know like how to just set it up right from the get-go, but back then I like swapped so much shit around to get it to work. So I'm not sure which way I had it. I think it's the other way. See, like this light shouldn't be causing this shadow on the top, right? Basically the shadows look like they're hitting the wrong way. So let me try this. I might actually just re-import all these as normals anyways. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna go and get all the normals, and I'm going to use the ones I just baked and see how those look with a normal import, and then if not, I think I did change it so that it would need to be like ZBrush or, you know, stuff like that. There's something, I don't know what I did back then when I was trying to figure this shit out. Either way, it doesn't look very good. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so... I forgot which one I need. But basically, I think the easiest... There was this one image that allowed me to understand OpenGL and DirectX way easier. And, fuck, where is it? I thought I put one in here. Damn it, where'd that shit go? So basically, it's like outward bumps. Do you see how this is like going inward? Or no, this is an outward. Basically, one like, if like a bump actually looks like a bump, then it's this one. It's one thing. But if a bump's like inward, kind of inverted looking, then it's the other one. Instead of like looking at like this to see like which one, you know, and then to see like if the reds and the greens up here and the reds down there. I noticed that like it's easy to tell by like how the bumps look, you know, if they're inverted or not. Like this one looks like it's outward. you know? And that's how you can tell like which one's which, but I already forgot which one it's supposed to be. To be honest, I usually just eyeball it and I'm like, okay, that one looks right. I think it's backwards though, because I did think I actually set these up. You know, so light's coming in, it should like hit like there should be light like fucking basically like up here, and then in the bottom it should be kind of shaded near the bottom, which I think it's kind of like doing the opposite right now. So let's see. Let's try the backpack to start out. That'll be really noticeable. I don't know if this is gonna do totally fucked up using these normals. I'm kind of curious because they don't look right. You know, they don't look how like I would normally look at a normal. But it might be because there's just so much detail inside them. You know. But if they look worse, then I'll just kind of revert everything and fix it. Did I save that? Save. Let's try this. Hmm. Hmm. Just kind of like, let's go back and forth and just compare it. Yeah, that doesn't look very normal either. I think that looks best. It makes this look like it's bulging outward, not like the other way around. And then, yeah, what I'm gonna do is set all these back to ZBrush. I'm pretty sure I flipped them back then. Instead of just importing them as a normal map. I think I like re-imported and then flipped them and then made it ZBrush or something. Ah, fuck, I don't know what I did. Now it's like, I kind of figure out which, you know, like if it says normal, usually just import it as normal and it looks good. If it says ZBrush, well, yeah, it gets a ZBrush, you know, import setting. Back then, like, I was like overthinking everything or something. I don't know. People were like confusing me with how shit worked back then. Let me just put that canister back. What the fuck just happened? Oh. Oh. Why is that right there? Oh, fuck. Jesus. What did I just do? God damn it. It's so hard to keep track of what I'm doing. Ugh. Okay. Canister. There we go. There we go. Okay, at least that'll be there. Even though that looks still really weird. Very weird still, but, you know, at least it's not as weird as it could be. Guess I flipped these. That's why they look weird. I was wondering why they all look weird. Yeah, that looks better. It looked... I love how things I did a year ago are deeply confused me today. All right, that's about back to normal. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, that was right then. Yeah, and then now the lighting's hitting it right. Like it's like a light up here at the top, you know, like what I'm trying to say. It's like up top, the light's hitting it from this angle coming in, hitting the top. If it was flipped wrong, then it would be like lit down here like it was before. And what I did is I like flipped like the green channels, I think, instead of just importing it on the right setting, I think. But yeah, so that looks better now. It's much better. At least I'm going crazy, which could be true. Sometimes you just stare at shit for so long, you know. Oh, what's up, Gartos, and what's up, Hamadanasa 733? Honestly, some dirt on the armor would be pretty good and make it a bit more believable. Stuff like that would be stand out pristine. Yeah, I thought about like the desert map, like whenever like I set up that map, either making like just copying the folder over and or like the just basically trying to like make like I was thinking about like making like different versions of the grunts for each map, but I'm like connecting all that to work be kind of annoying, but at the same time it would be pretty cool. But at the same time, I'm not sure if all this stuff is in the shared map, and I'm trying to still avoid like using too much space. Well, I just can't get over how this shit looks. It just looks so weird. This looks so weird. It looks so rough. Like, is there roughness inverted or something? Like, what is... I just can't get over that. Like, I said I'll come back to it later, but, like, holy fuck. Oh, that's so confusing. Whatever. It looks like a cartoon. God. All right, but you know what though? All the actual armor looks pretty good. If you don't, just ignore that canister that looks like a fucking cartoon, and it looks pretty fabulous. At least much better in consistency and quality. Now, if I could get this red kind of coming in that same way, and this orange, I'd be looking pretty fire. I'll do all of them though. Even though, it's gonna be a pain. Also, I kind of want to make this elite have green lights as well. If you look at the jackals, they also have the same green lights that you see here. And if you don't know what that is, that's Halo 2's color scheme for the space. And like if you just go play those, I think Halo 3 as well. I don't know. I can't remember. But if you go on some Halo games, you'll see that. You like how a Halo campaign evolves? Elite set theirs up. By the way, pretty similar, to be honest.